Um, you take it from here.
Okay, so hey, I'm Sheana Davis, the Epicurean Connection. I would like to introduce you to the Victory Cheese Box. And I know it's available around the world, around the country of the USA. You can save a cheesemaker by ordering a cheese box. So can you two tell me how they can order a cheese box?
Well, I'm happy to do that. My name is Greg O'Neill. I'm one of the founding members of Victory Cheese, which is a grassroots, all volunteer movement to help save the artisan and specialty cheese makers in America. And there's several ways you could do that. And the way that Shauna just talked about was about buying a Victory Cheese box, which is sort of back to the World War II with the Victory Gardens, a way to pitch in and make a difference. Go to victorycheese.com and you can buy, there's right now over 50 cheese boxes available, including one from my lovely Leslie Cooperband, who is here with us from Prairie Fruits Farm, which she'll tell about. The other thing I do want to say, though, in addition to the whole Victory Cheese boxes, we just want people to be going into retail stores or wherever they buy cheese and just keep in mind to support American producers, especially the specialty and artisan, all through the holidays and as we go into the fall, because the reason that Victory Cheese exists is because when the COVID situation came and devastated so many aspects of our economy, especially the restaurants and food service, the average specialty and artisan cheesemaker saw their revenues drop by between 30 and 80%, depending largely on how much their business depended on food service. So that's how we got started with this. And unfortunately, we're months in, and while there's some progress, there is a long way to go because restaurants still are not up and running the way they used to be, and the food distribution chain is severely disrupted, and it's hurting small producers like Leslie and Wes in Champaign, Illinois.
So Greg, how can we help the cheesemakers around the country for ordering cheese directly or through Victory Cheese Box?
So the Victory Cheese boxes are being produced by a number of different producers and retailers and all sorts of folks around the country. And, in certain parts, like out in the West Coast where you are, the temperatures are really hot. So, you want to order when it makes sense to do so. Because, cheese purveyors do not want to send out cheese if it's 120 degrees. But, so maybe you wait a week or something to when it gets a little cooler. I think a lot of people have been ordering regionally, which is good because we have them being produced everywhere from Maine to California to Oregon to Illinois, really all over in the South. So I think ordering regionally, if the weather is hot, is a really good idea. And victorycheese.com, if you go to the where to buy, there's a listing of all the various current boxes that are up. Over the course of time, we've had nearly 100 different boxes on order. And we right now, we were just featured this past week in Food and Wine magazine. Leslie was interviewed for and has been on Martha Stewart Living. There was an article, and that was focusing on a lot of smaller producers like Prairie Fruits. And I'm sure Leslie can say a little bit about that. But definitely ordering online is great for the boxes, and then just going into stores or going online and ordering individual products from American producers is also awesome.
May I please add an aspect that we're adding for our Epicurean Connection?
Please.
So we are delivering 60 boxes a week of free food to families in need.
Wow.
And them get a Victory box. in their box.
Wow, that's
Wow.
great.
And it's pretty amazing. And then my husband, Ben, you want to come say hi? Come on, Ben. Ben will do walkthrough. He'll do the walkthrough. Here he goes.
Hey guys.
Hi.
Hey, thank you guys for what you're doing. This is awesome.
So Laura Chanel, Bella Cheese, and Valley Ford are supporting our Victory Box cheese boxes to guests who cannot afford them.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Amazing.
Wow.
You tell about the donors.
Oh, great. So my daughter over here, I could turn the computer on. My daughter runs all this. She's like, so we have a donor who sponsored us to provide meals for 150 meals a week.
Wow.
And that includes cheese. And Laura Chanel, Bella have all, and Valley Ford have all donated.
Well,
Wow.
quite frankly, with all the multiple things going on, you know, Leslie has been involved in a lot of things during this crisis that have also been philanthropic in nature as well. I think it's important to know that each of the cheese boxes that are being created around the country have 10% going to a charity, whether it be to help small farmers or social justice or
awesome.
food-based charities. So what's been great, and I was just talking to the people at Cowgirl Creamery, you know, theirs is going to the California Artisan Cheese Guild. And then Leslie, your current one is going to which organization?
It's called Grow Chicago. This is a box that we're doing with Chef Stephanie Izzard from Girl and the Goat. And our Rick Bayless box, the proceeds went to the organization that he founded called the Frontera Farmer Foundation, of which I'm a board member. It's an incredible organization that gives small grants to farmers who service the Chicago food shed.
Can you share that website, please, Leslie? Because I have donors who want to donate.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can share it with you guys later for sure. Yep.
Please, and I'll send out everyone who's tuned in, and I'll put it on the website.
Yeah.
Leslie,
Yeah.
thank you so much for doing that.
I think it's igrowchicago.com is the one. And is it the Frontera Farmer Foundation.com?
Right, that's the other one. I'm not sure if it's .com, but it's called the Frontera Farmer Foundation. Yes.
Promise, let me know after, and I will put this in the show. And then when we put up on our website, my daughter uploads our screen so people can re-watch it and re-donate.
That'd be great. Yeah, I do want to say that for us, we've really focused on highlighting our fellow small scale farmstead cheese producers here in Illinois and in Indiana. You know, we're not considered a region that's particularly known for dairy, but there are a few of us that are doing some really great work and producing some amazing cheeses. And we've all been hit with the same impact of this pandemic. And everyone is getting as creative as they possibly can. And the Victory Cheese boxes are just one way to collaborate and support each other. And because of my connections with chefs in Chicago who have bought our cheese, they stepped up to the plate to endorse the 2 cheese boxes that we've been promoting.
Thank you, Leslie. I can't thank you enough.
You know, it's interesting. That's also great, and I think Leslie would probably agree with me. Is some retailers have really taken the ball and run with it. You know, we've been talking with Schnucks, which is a St. Louis-based retailer, and the guy who's a cheese buyer there is really passionate about supporting local and regional small-scale producers, and they've been spending a lot of their resource and time supporting Victory Cheese in their own way by bringing in more of the smaller producers into their 128 stores and really promoting it and really making it, visible to the story. And you're going to start seeing a lot more from people like Whole Foods and Wegmans and a bunch of other retailers in the country as we go into fall, into winter, because we realize that some people used to be buying just online and are now venturing into brick and mortar stores. So we're going to try to make that story visible. And we're going to also try to make sure that the mongers and the people that are servicing them are aware of the situation and make them mindful. Hello?
Keep going.
Oh, okay. Sorry. And so what we're trying to do is make sure that, yes, the Victory Cheese Box aspect of what we're doing is super important, but people will only buy so many Victory Cheese Boxes per household. What we want to do is get actually more of a behavior and a mindset of, this crisis isn't going away. It may have happened very quickly, but it's not going to fix itself very quickly. And so the idea is to get the consumer to embrace and to practice, supporting those producers, the family farms, the small producers who, really, it's taken decades, as you know, Sheana. I mean, the producers, it's taken decades for this ecosphere of producers like, Leslie and Wes started in 2004, 2005. Is that when you started?
2005. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, the early 2000s, it's, some of these players have been around for 28 years, 30 years. And we have a hashtag called Choose It or Lose It. And it's a little cheeky, but the idea is,
I like it.
if you want it to be there, then you've got to support it. And so
I got to tell you, in our community, we're doing 35 cheese boards a week for the Victory Cheese Board. Like,
awesome.
Our customers, our guests love it. And we have nicknames for them, and like, we love them. And my husband delivers them every week. Can you believe that? 35 cheese boards a week.
I think
that's phenomenal.
People do respond very positively, and it goes to show that you're communicating clearly with your customers. When people understand the situation, they tend to be very responsive. My own cousin has ordered 10 Victory Cheese Boxes so far, and she has gone to different ones. And she said, well, as the weather's getting cooler, I'm starting to order from further away. But she wants to support all of them. And I know there's a lot of goodwill out there. And I think what we want to make sure is when we go into the low season, that during the most important season of the year for a lot of producers and a lot of retailers, that, people remember us around the holidays. And, as they're putting together their cold weather meals and stuff like that, and that you can also cook with cheese, not just entertain with cheese, because not everybody's entertaining the same way that they did this time last year. So when you're doing something, they come at all different price points.
No, Greg, you're right. My first show was with Ari from Zingerman's. And he said, keep doing it again, keep doing it, keep doing it. And that's why I love having you two here, because we're doing it. And I want to keep doing it every week, no matter what. That's my commitment during this pandemic, is to share the cheesemakers and what the projects are doing, Victory Cheese. That's what I want to do.
Thank you. The reality is that so many people need to be thanked throughout the industry. I said it was an all-volunteer grassroots thing. People like Molly Brown from Wisconsin and Stephanie Skinner from Culture, and all these producers and all these people just rolled up their sleeves. So many people have really helped get this thing off the ground, and they're doing it for the love of the industry and for the love of everybody who works so hard. And we really appreciate your keep on keeping on.
Hey, Greg, you want to see my daughter's best note? Sorry, Karina, sold down the river. People want to support domestic producers, so let's give them a resource.
Absolutely. The resource.
Isn't that the banner right here?
I'll tell you right now, if they should follow us on Instagram and Facebook, Victory Cheese, at Victory Cheese on Instagram, Victory Space Cheese on Facebook, and then on our website, there are some links to Your Maker Direct, which is another platform where you can buy cheese from all different producers in America. That is just getting up and
Can you
running.
send me everything? I will send it out to everyone who's tuned in. Absolutely.
I will send that when we're done. And
I'm
really,
going to send you this envelope with my daughter. I think this is a cheesemaker, mom and monger of 30 years. This might make my day right here.
well, I think it captures it. You know,
Thanks.
I was going to just ask Leslie one quick thing, and that is, Leslie, from your perspective, what is your perspective of how your customers are responding to the idea of Victory Cheese and the plight of what is happening to you and your business?
I would say that it is mixed. Some folks are just supporting us by coming to the farmer's market every week and buying a lot of cheese. Our little farm store is open, and people are coming out in a way that shows us that they really support us and support what we're doing. And we are shipping our boxes all over the country, actually. So some of the folks who are buying are clearly fans of the chefs who have endorsed our boxes. Some of them are our fans. But it's been, I think there was a little bit of a lull in August, and just because it was so hot, and like you said, shipping cheese during hot times is really a challenge. But we got, for our first box with Rick Bayless, we got a tremendous response. And our current box with Chef Izzard is going more on a kind of a slow but steady, but we're keeping them alive. We're continuing to post them on our, both of them are still on our our online store. We are working with the My Maker Direct so that our items are available through the My Maker Direct website, which is partnering with Food and Wine. So I'm hoping that will give us a good uptick in our sales.
Okay.
You mean Your Maker Direct, right?
Sorry, Your Maker Direct,
Your Maker
yes.
Direct.
Sorry, yep, thank you.
It's
Yep.
a brand new platform.
Thank you both.
Okay.
Can I thank you both?
I'm gonna have to sign off now. I've got another conference call to be on.
But can I thank you both for being here and being present and being aware and supporting cheesemakers and supporting your companies. And I just want to thank you.
Thank you for all you do. Appreciate
You're so
it.
welcome. Thank you for having us.
Thank you, Shauna and Katrina and Ben.
Thanks, guys.
Take care now.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye. When you do this, will you post this because they will?
No, I was just trying to give you something to say.
No, it was great. Couldn't break into his conversation.